My name is Roy Bumgarner. I am doing Petruchio.
Well, my name is Richard Solis, and I play Gremio.
My name's John Stillwaggon, and I'll be playing Grumio.
My name is Joseph Urick. I'm playing Tranio in Taming of the Shrew.
The rehearsal process with the classic is always really good. It's scheduled well. You know when you're going to be there, when you're not going to be there, which is nice. From working with the characters, it's been really wonderful. It's actually a really talented cast, so that's been nice.
Well, it's been really long, because I think the auditions were in July, and then we got cast, and then we had our first read-through in August, and then we kind of took a break, and then we came back in, I think, September 15th, so we've been rehearsing since then, but I guess we need to rehearse as long as we fit everyone's schedule together, but it's been pretty long. I think we're ready for an audience.
One of the things I absolutely love about the Shakespearean productions is really the universality of the language and being able to have a text that is so rich in descriptions and poetry that's able to connect on so many levels with so many different people.
A lot of thought has gone into the approach of the language, the approach of the period that we're setting the production in, as far as the stage combat. There's been a lot of very intelligent folks in the artistic team, combined with a lot of very excellent actors and wonderful people to work with. And this is my first classic experience, so I couldn't ask for better. It's been great.
Been in 6 or 7 Shakespeare productions, and it's always a learning event for me. I have to research as an actor what I'm saying and what I'm doing, who's who, who's Lucento disguised as, who's, so each play is different, and to me, Shakespeare as an actor is a big challenge.
I'd say my biggest challenge as an actor in this production has been being able to marry the responsibilities of fight choreographer and actor.
Grumio, the slave to Petruchio, our hero, is constantly berated and complaining about his master, but on the other hand shows a real love for him. So I think there's sort of a love-hate relationship that I've been trying to find the balance of, and it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge.
A lot of takeaways is the nuance in the language. Phrases that you basically have had to research, things, and none of them are coming to mind, of course, right now, but just the different analogies that he uses, to metaphors that he uses to explain things, using those pieces, actually having to go in and look at every single word in a line and looking at it, word for word in terms of what those meanings are. Now, and taking a more modern script, now I'll take more of a closer look at those words in the future.
I think that one discovery I've made is it's actually more of a challenge for me to speak sometimes in prose than it is in verse. Something about the verse that seems to guide your speech and make it easier to memorize and then to deliver. The prose, you kind of have to find your own rhythm.
What's interesting about it is this play is hundreds of years old, and it's still very fresh, and there's so many elements to characters that still go undiscovered, totally undiscovered, and it's very rewarding as an actor to have the opportunity to make those discoveries for yourself.
A lot of people, when they perform Shakespeare or when they're listening to Shakespeare, they say I've heard the expression that they're chewing diamonds, as in they feel that they're speaking something that's in this glass case in a museum somewhere that needs to be kept fresh and pure, when really Shakespeare is as immediate and as everyday and as filthy and as gritty and true to life as any other kind of story you're going to see.
I don't think anyone is going to come to this play and not know exactly what's going on. It's very well directed, it's very well performed, and we know exactly what we're doing.
I feel like it's a pretty thorough production, and I feel that the director's been really good about having people enunciate and really understand the language. So I think this one's pretty easy for the audience to understand. I think for the most part, it goes actually very fast for a Shakespeare show.
I don't think you need to do research. I mean, if you want to watch a movie and get more familiar with what the story is, you'd have a lot, you'd be able to enjoy it. With this one, we've basically slowed everything down enough so that I think folks will be able to understand what they're seeing, what they're hearing, and then also there's a lot of comedy thrown into it that folks will not have seen in other shows, in other versions of Taming of the Shrew.
Just come ready to laugh, and also come ready to learn. Shakespeare is not something that you can always have to be afraid of. Shakespeare is something that is very relatable, it's connectable, and unlike what you'll see in movies or television, it's something you can live and breathe and be there with. It's an experience.
This is my first time working with a classic theater, and I just want to say I hope a lot of people come out because all of us have been working very hard, and I must really compliment the classic theater. They've been very professional, very organized, and I would love to work with them again.
Come to the show ready to laugh, come to the show ready to have fun, and Pachuquio always wins.
Don't mess with my master, all right? He's nuts. He kicks my butt every day. But you can't help but love him. Can't help but love him. What are you gonna do?